Hi all. Today we are going to discuss about the modeling of controls for DC motor controlled drives, which is operated with a chopper, or you can say that it is controllers or design of controllers for chopper controlled DC motor drives. So first of all, for the introduction purpose, we will be going back to the uh, speed control DC motor chopper drive diagram, block diagram. Actually, once I have discussed with you previously in the classroom itself. You can see here we are having an inner current loop here and outer speed loop. First of all, we have to design the inner current loop. After that, we will be designing the outer speed loop. In the inner current loop, you can see here is your IA star is input here, and IA, it is the current, armature current, which is found from your chopper power circuit, or you can say that it is the chopper power output current out. So this current output is fed back to the addition block with a gain HC, IA star minus IA into HC. You will be getting error here. This error will be passing through the current controller, and you can say that the current controller here uh, we, um, uh, we will be modeling for controlling this chopper power circuit according to the error. So here you will be getting a control voltage. We have discussed the pulse width modulation controller and hysteresis controller. In both of this, the strategies are different that we already discussed when we were discussing those two systems. So according to that, you will be getting a control voltage output from controller, and it will be given to a logic based driver, which will make the duty ratio of for the chopper power circuit with the information uh, we get from VC. So here you are having a chopper power circuit. So when you are finding the transfer function of the inner current control loop, you will be finding IA star. Actually, your transfer function is output by input, so IA divided by IA star. So it will be the overall transfer function of this much. After that, we will be going for the speed control, total speed control transfer function. That will be omega m divided by omega r star. So first, we'll be going to the current control design. So for that, how we will model that current controller. So first of all, for the current controller, the current error should be amplified for feeding to the system. Like when you are getting an error, it should be of very little strength. We have to increase the strength. For that, we will be using an amplifier. That is a current error amplifier. And anyway, since it is an amplifier, it should be only having gain, or you can say that to increase the total, to increase or amplify the signal, you have to increase the gain. To increase the gain, when you are finding the transfer function, it will be a constant. That is why GC of S is equal to KC. It is a current error amplifier transfer function. GC of S is equal to KC. So next one, it is the chopper is modeled as a first order lag. We have to model the chopper. There you have seen one current error amplifier is there to amplify the error. Then we are having a current controller that we have to model. Then we'll be having a logic error circuit. We are not considering now. So after that, we are having a chopper. So we need to find the transfer function of the chopper. Actually, chopper also you can say that when you are finding the mm, gain, like if you are using a chopper, you are increasing the voltage or decreasing the voltage according to the duty ratio. If it is a chopper with duty ratio D or delta, if it is a buck converter, then it is D into the input voltage, so it will be a gain. Uh, so, since it is a gain, we have to consider it as like this itself. But instead of that, we are modeling it with a first order lag. Since in the chopper, we are doing chopping, so there will be some lag. That is why we are modeling it as a first order lag, or you can say that your chopper will give the property of first order lag. That is why we are going to make it as a first order lag. You can see here gr of s is equal to kr divided by 1 plus st by 2, where t is the chopping time. If you are increasing the chopping frequency, then the chopping time duration will be reduced. And if chopping duration is reduced, further reducement, whenever you are increasing the chopping frequency, this term will be reducing, and it will come near to zero, or it is very less than 1. Then overall your transfer function will be a constant itself. So for reducing the lag time, we have to increase the frequency. So anyway, the chopper we are modeling with very high frequency. One more thing it is that the chopper time constant should be very much less than that of the motor time constant, or electrical the time constant of motor. uh, uh, then only you can multiply both your chopper modeling and motor model to find the overall speed error. Or when you are modeling the speed controller, if you want to multiply both, then you have to make like this. Your frequency should be very much high. So this is the modeling of chopper. And one more thing, if you are multiplying both, or both are in series, you can here you can see uh, it is in uh, you can multiply the transfer function to obtain the overall transfer function. The logic based driver, we are not considering the transfer function because it is time constant is very less, and also this system will not much affect the overall transfer function. So So PWM current control has a delay half time period of the carrier waveform. That is why ST by 2 we have given, and KR is the time constant of, or sorry, constant or gain of the system, gain constant of the chopper system. If you are multiplying both this, you will be getting GC of S into GR of S. You will be getting KC KR divided by 1 plus ST, where you can see that T is the T is equal to 1 by carrier frequency. It is equal to 1 by FC, that we have already discussed, and for your sake I will read out. The gain of the PWM current controller is depend on the gain of the current error amplifier. So you can see mm, the gain of the PWM current controller. This is the total PWM current controller gain. It depends on the gain of the current error amplifier. Gain of the current error amplifier. This is the KC, and also it depends upon KR, which is the time constant of the. Uh, okay. For all the practical purpose, the PWM current control loop can be modeled as a unity gain block if the delay due to the carrier frequency is negligible. If this delay due to carrier frequency is negligible, then you can take it as a unity gain block. So you can take it as a unity gain block. That is, your gain is just 1. And the hysteresis controller has instantaneous response, hence the current loop is approximated as simple gain of unity. So same here, since hysteresis controller we have discussed, it is having a good response speed. So you can take good response speed means here the same. If uh, the frequency is very high, the same thing happens when instantaneous response is very high. So hence the current loop is approximated as a simple gain of unity. So when we are coming to the design of current controller, how we will be designing the current controller. So first of all, we will be going to the loop again. So we have found the transfer function here, the current controller, chopper power, and then then you are having motor, and also it is fed back. IA is fed back to the system through a gain HC. It is your feedback gain. So here, since we are taking IA, which is passing through the motor, we have to consider the motor also for modeling the system. So here, when you are designing the current controller, already I have told you that the chopping frequency is considered to be very high enough that the constant of the converter is very much smaller than the electrical time constant of the DC motor. Then only we can multiply both the things when we are modeling, or you can multiply the transfer function of the system directly. Otherwise we have to go through some other procedures. So it is better to make the chopping frequency much higher than the or chopping time also is much lesser than the DC motor electrical time constant. So if you are finding IA divided by IA star of S, that is the total um, uh, okay, sorry. If you are IA of S divided by IA star of S, it is your total transfer function. If you are finding that, you will be getting like KC, KR, and K1 1 plus STM divided by 1 plus ST1 into 1 plus ST2 plus HC, KR, KC, K1 into 1 plus STM, where 1 plus ST1 and 1 plus ST2, it is coming from 1 by 1 plus ST1, sorry, K1 divided by 1 plus ST1 into 1 plus ST2, which is the current controller transfer function. Like since it is a closed loop system, that is why you are getting like this. If you are rearranging this, you will be getting the open circuit transfer function, that is KC KR into K1 into 1 plus STM divided by 1 plus uh, ST1 into 1 plus ST2, uh, uh, which is and HC is the system is fed back through the HC. That is why you are getting like this. So here K1 is equal to B1 by KB square plus RB into BT. This is the motor constant. You can say it as, when you are modeling the motor, you will be getting this motor model as B1 B1 by KB square plus RB BT into 1 plus STM. So one more thing, this KR it is here we have found the KR. This same KR is represented here, and it is equal to Vs by Vcm. You can see from this current control loop. Uh, uh, Sorry, which one is KCR? It is a chopper model. Chopper model. It is depends upon the VC. where Vs is the DC link voltage and VCM is the maximum control voltage. That is why Kr is equal to Vs by VCM. This we have found during the PWM current controller design. So this is the modeling of current controller. Uh, uh, if you have IA star IA of s divided by AA star of s, then you can find the time constant T1 and T2. Then you can model the current controller. This is the controller design. Uh, and in the next class, we will be discussing the further parts of current controller design and then speed controller design. Thank you.